cook dinner with me as a mom of 8. I am a firm believer that you can cook delicious, quick meals for these kids on a budget. So let's do it. This night I was beat down to the ground. We went to the park and we did a bunch of other things. So I came home and decided to make loaded baked potatoes. You start off by washing your potatoes, of course, poking holes through them, and then drizzling oil, which I got a little carried away, but that's okay. Massage the oil gently into the potatoes and then salt the outside skin. Thank me later. Pop them in the oven. I don't even remember for how long, maybe 400 degrees, and let them do what they do. I think I cooked them for about 45 minutes to an hour because I was trying to get it done and get the kids in the bed. Do you understand? So once they come out of the oven, you're going to take your time splitting them down the middle and kind of mashing the inside of the potatoes. I was low-key testing to see if they were done. But as you see, honey, I had to take a quick little bath, get my mind right, because one thing about me, I enjoy cooking, but I do not enjoy cooking. Does that make sense? I'm sure some mom out there understands. A couple of steps that I did not record would be cooking my steaks. I pan-seared them and then I finished them off in the grill. They were small cut of like ribeye, but I put them on the grill for a few minutes and then let them rest with a cowboy butter that I made with just butter and herbs. The next step was to add the butter. It's not the most healthiest step, but let's all agree that butter and potatoes just go together, okay? So you add the butter. It should be melting because the potatoes should be very hot still. And then you get to seasoning. You know what to do. Salt, garlic, onion, pepper. Done. After those steaks have rested, now it is time to get to chopping and slicing. And I always give my husband credit where credit is due. Now, I'm a home cook and I learned from the greats. My grandma, my great-grandma, my mama. But that man, he's a chef. And he taught me how to slice and dice some things. And I'm still not the best at it, but when I do my big one, I do my big one. Now that you got your meat sliced and diced, you start to layer it on top of the potato, because this is really the part that makes these potatoes. This is what makes it, takes it from a basic meal to a semi-premium meal, all right? We're going to get to try some premium meats tonight. Just what? Say it with me. On a budget. Speaking of budget, I cannot wait for these kids to go back to school because I don't think I have bought this many groceries in my entire life. I am running out of meals, okay? But you want to put your potatoes back in the oven once you top it with shredded cheese. I also added a little parsley, just for a little presentation. I popped it in for maybe less than 10 minutes. And then I started plating for my babies. If you were like me, then you cooked 11 potatoes. But it turned out to be just enough. And this was plenty. I know it may not look like much, but everybody went to bed with full tummies. Nobody asked for seconds. I would have said no anyway, because again, this is plenty. Potatoes are very filling and very cheap. I think they're a little bit over $3 for a 10-pound bag at Aldi. But yeah, plated up, and then I roasted broccoli in the oven. Another hack that the chef taught me: baby, don't stand over that stove. Put them vegetables on a pan, oil the pan down, put them vegetables on there, season it up, and put it in the oven and set it and forget it. We have come a long way in this household with vegetables. My boys, my oldest son hated them. Now he's 7 and finally eats them. But guess what? You're going to get them on that plate. If you're wondering where I do a lot of my shopping from, I do a lot of my grocery shopping at a couple different places. But over the years, I've grown to love shopping for my meat at the fresh local market. I always save by buying in bulk. And then the prices are just a bit cheaper than you would get meat for a large family at like a Walmart or anywhere else, even Aldi a little bit. Like, I just get more bang for my buck. Same for my produce as far as quality and pricing and quantity. Side note, you see me going ahead and add a little dollop of sour cream to each of the baked potatoes, because what's a baked potato without sour cream? But back to grocery shopping. This summer, Aldi has saved my life when I tell you. Bread, a lot of my staples, tortillas, noodles, not ramen, but like for mac and cheese and things like that, Aldi has for a steal. Do not sleep on Aldi. Frozen vegetables. Matter of fact, everything you see on this plate came from Aldi, except for the steak that came from the local market in my area. So here is the last stretch. I am serving my babies, which is also my favorite thing to do. I don't know. It's just something about serving my babies that just fills my cup. But see you later. Until next time.